to Gordon guitar, All Time Low. I think it's the first time hearing Gordon guitar with a song called Sleepwalking. So we have a cool uplifting song here with the same chord progression through the entire song. We'll look at one melody that goes like built in into the strumming at certain parts, and then otherwise we have just one straightforward strumming for the song. So let's start this one up. 4 chords, round and round like I mentioned, so no need for any capo. Let's start with the chords. First one will be G. That is 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, open B this time because we have a melody here with the open, and then 3rd E. Next chord will be B minor. So that's a bar here on the 2nd fret from the A string and down. So 5 strings, barred, and then the rest will be 4th on D, 4th on G, and 3rd on B. Next chord is D. So that is open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 2nd E. And the final chord will be A. So that is open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 2nd B, and open E. Okay, so that is the chord progression: G, B minor, D, A, round and round. Now we will look at the strumming pattern first, and then we will look at the melody. Okay, so this one will be divided into 2 different parts, and we need to think pair of chords here. So one strumming pattern will go over 2 chords. So G and B minor will pair up together, and then you will play the same pattern when it comes to D and A, which will pair up together. So we will look at the transition here from G to B minor. So one full strumming will be down, 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 up, down, down, down. Okay? So the first part will be down, down. You will play that for the chord G, and also later on for the D. But now we'll look at the G and B minor. So, like this. Okay, so only down, down. And then you switch chord to B minor and play down, up, down, down, down. Okay. So it would be like this. So down, up, down, down, down. Okay, so if we pair these 2 parts together with G to B minor, it will be like this. Okay, and the same goes for the D to A. So D will play it in the same way as G, and A in the same way as the B minor. So with the new chords, it will sound like this. Okay, so a couple of rounds of the chords now, and with the strumming pattern will sound like this. So that is what's up here with the strumming. Now we'll look at the melody, okay? So there are some notes here divided by different chords here. So we'll look at the first one, the G part. And for this G chord here, it will have 2 notes, and it will be, that's the notes you want to emphasize here when you play the strumming pattern. So that will be open B, and then 2nd E. I'm gonna, after this melody here, just to run through here. I will show you how to handle it. Now we're just looking at the notes. So again, the G part was open B and second E. Then the B minor will be found here starting on the G. So that will be fourth on G, third on B, back to fourth G, and second E. So far. Then we have the D part. You will find the notes here. Starting with third B string. And then you end with fifth E string. That's it for D. And then we have the final chord here, the A, and that part will sound like this. You start on the B string, second, third B, back to second B, then fifth E, and second E. So there you have the melody from the beginning to the end. It will sound like this. And with the chords. So this melody will fit perfectly with the strumming pattern we had. If you just take a look at it, the first chord, the G, 2 notes, the 2 downs for the strumming, and then you have the B minor. You can just follow the B minor and try to hit the notes there, which we emphasized in the B minor chord, was the notes from that chord you actually hold when you play the strumming pattern. And the same goes with the next chord, the D. You have the 2 notes there. Sorry. The 2 downs, and then you just play down, up, down, down, down for the A. Alright, so it fits perfectly with the strumming. And you will, of course, not hit all the notes exactly in the right timing and so on, but you have them with you so you can really get as many as you can, and you will in some way emphasize this melody, which will go in the background when you play the strumming here. So what you need to do here, you have to compromise, because you cannot hold a full chord like this and try to get, for instance, the G and the open B and the second E like this. So what I do, I hold as much as I can from the chord, and I try to highlight the notes I'm aiming for. So that means from the G, I hold, for instance, this grip, just the bass here, and I try to get the 2 notes I want with my other fingers. So I have the bass with me, and I strum from that, okay? The B minor fits perfectly well from the chords. You can just hold as it is. Then for D, I hold a different grip here for D. Instead of holding all the fingers like this, I just bar the 2nd fret here from the G string down, so 3 strings. And that makes it easier for me to hit the 3rd fret B string and to reach out with my little pinky here to the 5th fret E string, which you will need to do if you want to hit that note. So that's the reason for a bar here, so I don't lock all my fingers to this position here. It's hard to get out like this. Just a bar, and you have the possibilities to reach out easier. And the same goes with the A. You still need to reach out here to the 5th fret E string, so that means I'm holding a bar here, not all my fingers like this on the A chord, just a bar, and I have possibilities to work with it much easier like this. So that's just some technique stuff there. With that, it could sound something like this. So on. And I just feel now, just a minute of play, that I get more comfortable with it. So give it a try. It could be hard in the beginning here, some practice and you will make it out. So that is how you handle the melody. Now let's just run through the song here. Since it's one chord progression through the entire song, we'll just go over the different parts here. So it starts with an instrumental intro here, and the melody for 2 chord progression rounds, and then comes the first verse. Here you're gonna play the chord progression with just the standard strumming here. You don't have to get the melody, just the standard chord strumming for 2 chord progression rounds. And that takes us to the first pre-chorus. In the lyrics, you're onto something else. You just continue with 2 rounds of strumming. And that takes us to the first chorus. Wide awake, but it just feels wrong. Yeah, that's where we are in the lyrics. So the chorus here will be 1 down per chord for the first 2 rounds. Then you will play the strumming for the next 2 rounds. And then for the final 2 rounds, you play the strumming with the melody. So it's a total of 6 chord progression rounds. First 2, 1 down per chord. Next 2, the standard strumming. And the final 2 with the melody strumming. And that will be the first chorus. Then everything else is pretty much repetition. Second verse played in the same way as the first one. And the same goes with the second pre-chorus. The second chorus will be still about 6 rounds, but now the first 4 rounds will be just standard strumming, and the last 2 rounds will be with the melody. All right, so that's just a different thing there, otherwise played in the same way. That takes us to a bridge part. You will still have the same chord progression here, and now you will play 1 down per chord for the first 2 rounds, and the third and last round you play the strumming with the melody. So this bridge part is about 3 rounds. So first 2, 1 down per chord, and then 1 melody round. And then we have just a final chorus left. You will play that in the same way as chorus number 2, which means 6 rounds in total. First 4 rounds will be standard strumming from the standard chords, and then the last 2 with this melody. And that, my friends, ends All Time Low's Sleepwalking. So give it a try, guys. It's a nice song to learn and to impress with all these notes here in the melody. So good luck with this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did really enjoy this one, please show me some love. Thumb up this one, leave a comment, and play tuned.